Morning, guys. So this morning when I logged on to Monster Fish Keepers, there was a question about how to sex P. Maccus with a clown pleco L104. So I thought I would do a quick video and show you my four. I think I have 3 males and a female, but also I wanted to show some of the things that I use in my fish room. I use bug bites, I use the Sierra catfish nips, and then I also like to use the Hikari Ultimate Water Conditioner. I am not paid to use these, I just found that I like them. I really like the Sierra catfish nips because they have alderwood and alder cones and are great for some of the more woody eating catfish plecos out there, especially P. Maccus. A lot of their diet is wood based. And then I'll also show you their tank here in a second. It's always a good idea when you're getting ready to shoot a video not to disturb the tank so the water's nice and clear and get a better view. But their aquarium is a 29-gallon, set up with 5 or 6 alder logs that are drilled with 2 different size holes. There's also a couple cherry logs, and then some clay watering spikes that I bought off Amazon. So I'll show you the tank now. There is one solo angel in here that I had to put someplace because it was getting beat up by a pair, and I'm not sure what I'm going to do with it. But here's their tank, a smallish size gravel in the bottom, earth toned. I keep the aquarium about 82 degrees. There is a power head on this end. It's hard to see, but there's also an AC 150 on the opposite end, so there's quite a bit of flow in here. And then here are the logs that I collected. These are wild caught and uncultured. I don't steam them, boil them, clean them in any way. I just cut them, drilled them, and dropped them in. They floated for quite a while before they sank. The coconut shell is locally sourced from the grocery store. Cut it in half, cleaned out all the coconut, and dropped it in directly. The actually that's apple log came from my apple tree outside. Same thing. Did some pruning. It laid around outside for about a year before I used it, and then it's actually bounced around between several different tanks. But when I moved the aquarium rack about a month ago, this tank was bare bottom, and the bottom was just alive with infusoria. Not exactly sure what kind of infusoria critters were growing in there, but I was amazed at all the little creatures that were going, and I think that was due in part to the using of alder logs that were uncured and untreated in any way. So I took that tank and actually slid it over and used it for my pea poppers. I'm hoping they'll spawn, but that's a different video than this one. So enough looking at the tank. I'll show you the clown plecos. Part of why I disturbed the tank was I caught all 4 of them. I wanted to be able to show them a little better. I have them here in a bucket. And so they're a little bit hard to sex. My skills in sexing these are not the best. I've gotten a lot of help from one of the users on Planet Catfish, Beckatine, who's really helped me in trying to discern what I have. Of course, these aren't like bushy nose plecos where they get the massive odonid whiskers on their faces and they're really easy to tell. The males of the clown plecos get odonids on the back part of their bodies. They look kind of like hairs or bristles, and they tend to be a little bit narrower in body than the females. The other thing to check is their papillae, or their nether regions, their genital reproductive organ, kind of. On the females, it's kind of round. On the males, it's more pointed. Again, my skills in this are not the best, but what I'll do is I'll pick up a couple of these and show you a little better. Of course, they're going to go crazy. So I'm not sure if I'm grabbing a male or a female here, but you can see it going crazy. And so forgive me if this is not the best camera footage while I do this, as I try and figure out what I have. So I don't see any odonids on the back. So I think this is a female. Forgive me while I take her out of the view. And get a better look. Yeah. So I think I'm going to go with female on this one. I kind of like the funny nose they get when they do this. You don't see any of the Adonids. I'll turn her over and try and show the papillae region. It's kind of round. On the males, it's more pointed. And I'll try and show all four, and that way we'll have a good idea. When I'm done looking at this one, I will just drop it into the aquarium and let it go back to its hiding spot. So that's one. And yeah, this one's got, yeah, so this is definitely a male. You can see all the bristles on the side of his body here. And starting pretty much, I want to say right about the dorsal fin and going back, all the way back to the caudal fin. These guys don't get as much of the Adonids. You can kind of see him flaring his gills. He does have a little bit on his gills. And then I have been stabbed by bushy-nosed plecos. I have yet to be stabbed by one of these. Of course, today could be the day. And then, of course, there's the nether region. I don't know if he's pooping or if that's something else coming out there. But, yeah, so definitely a male there. Put him back. Oh, making a little squeaking noise. I do know they've made those before. All right, here's another male. Again, you can see the bristles on the back part of the body. Turn him a little bit. You can see the nether portions there. Let's see. Where did it go? I want to say that's that spot right there between the fins, but I think I'm wrong. Could be right. I don't know. But just really pretty fish. They're hard to see when they're not in the water, but they get these really cool squiggly lines all over their faces. And, these guys are relatively inexpensive. They're not an algae eater, of course. These guys are a wood eater. So if you're looking for an algae cleaner, these are not the ones to do. Of course, this one doesn't want to cooperate with being picked up. All right, so here's the last one. These guys all stay small. I want to say less than 4 inches. This one doesn't appear to have Adonids on the back part, so potentially this is a female. Flip it over. And so right at the base of that fin, is the papillae. So I would say, yeah, I think this is another female. This video will get posted to a couple of sites, the Washington Fish Box, monsterfishkeepers.com, and then Planet Catfish as well. Please feel free to leave your comments. Please subscribe, and hope this is a benefit to the rest of you clown Pleco keepers that are trying to figure out what Pleco, I'm sorry, not Pleco, you already know what Pleco you have, but you're trying to figure out which male or female you have. So enjoy.